Sunday was the amount of motion you guys used, and you were a guy in motion quite a bit.
Yeah.
How do you think that helped this offense kind of maybe keep the defense off balance?
Yeah, it helps a lot. I mean, there's a lot of moving parts. Anytime you can mix up the defense that way and get a chance to see what they're in, you can get a beat on them. And, this game is about inches, and it's a small thing. So any beat that you can get on the defense, it helps us out.
How big a change is that compared to some offenses you've been in the past?
This whole offense is pretty different than any offense I've ever been in. And it's tough to grasp, but whenever you get it, you can see how explosive it can be.
On that play where you scored the touchdown, I mean, was that one of those motion plays or?
No.
No, because there was three on the other side and you by yourself on the left.
Yeah, that was just like called. Yeah, there was no motions on that play, I don't think.
There's traditional motion, and there's like fly sweep motion too, right? Which
Yeah,
you guys do.
I mean, it's a lot of that stuff. Like I said, the moving parts, everybody moving fast. I mean, that's what he wants on the motions, just to get the defense's eyes on it. So sometimes you hand it off, sometimes you don't, but it mixes it up pretty good.
You've been here since 16. I mean, this is the first time since 16 that you won an opening game. I mean, can you sense a difference in the mood, not only in the locker room, but around the area?
Yeah, I mean, everything's better whenever you win. And I told the guys that, because a lot of them weren't here whenever we were winning games. And, that's just something that comes along with winning games, and everybody loves that feeling. So we have to continue to execute throughout the week so that we can continue to have that feeling.
What do you expect the crowd to be like? Go through your first 2-0 start since 2016.
I'm just focused on today. I mean, I'm not trying to look too far ahead. The crowd, I suspect they're going to be loud and pretty upbeat. I mean, because obviously we won last week, and we got to get us trying to establish a winning culture at home. So, guys are pretty amped up about it, and I'm sure the fans will be too. But we got to focus on today and getting better and learning from the film at practice today, and continue the rest of this week.
They have a couple young first-round picks at cornerback. What do you see from that group when you watch them on tape?
It's a young group, but they're really talented, man. So we definitely got to do a good job of beating man to man. I think that they're going to try to man us up pretty good. But yeah, they got some really good DBs, really good in the secondary. I think that's really the strength of their defense. And we got to do our job and get open and catch the ball. So.
They run a lot of single high. Does that open up some of those kind of downfield, over route type of concepts where you can make some big plays if they stick that single high for a lot of that game?
Yeah, I mean, that can open up, but I mean, we got to do our job and execute whatever's being called. But that's definitely what they're susceptible to is those deep shots. We just got to execute.
You played with Baker in college. What does he present? What kind of challenge does he present?
And he's one of the biggest competitors that I know, other than Saquon. But definitely a guy that you got to always continue to fight and try to get down. I mean, he's not one of those guys that's going to go down easily. He's not going to give up. He definitely keeps his group up and the morale up of those guys. And, he's smart, man. So defense definitely has their challenges, but I'm sure Wink is getting those guys right and getting them prepared for his play style.
You guys still in touch?
Yeah, I mean, we talk all the time. That's like my brother, man. But, talk to him all the time.
I was just going to ask what the sense you get is from him getting that second chance in Carolina.
I'm sure he was happy about it, his situation and everything that was going on. It's good to see him back on the field and playing ball. That's what he loves to do. And a lot of people love watching him, and I'm one of those guys. So I hope he does well, just not on Sunday.
What did you tell him about your first head coach, who's now his offensive coordinator?
I didn't tell him anything. We didn't talk about that.
You've been through so much since then. What do you remember about the McAdoo years here?
Try not to think about any of that stuff anymore. I mean, I'm just really focused on what we got here and right now. That's my main focus, is getting this team back on the right track and winning football games. I mean, that's the culture that the ones before us have built, and the last few years have been super tough. So, start off the season that way, it's great, but we got to put that behind us and move on to this next week and get that again.
I just asked because that was the only winning season you had.
Yeah, that was, man. But like I said, I'm focused on now.